So here's Leonardo DiCaprio as an enchilada, in case you were ever wondering what that would look like. In my free time recently, I've acquired a new addiction. It's this website called Night Cafe Studio, where you type in random words or sentences and an AI generates these absurd images for you. For example, I typed in Leonardo DiCaprio enchilada and got this monstrosity. The images are always super trippy and never quite coherent, so it's a lot of fun to mess around with different word combinations to see what I can make. So I decided to take to my Twitch stream and see what we could make. So when you first open up the website, you are greeted with two options. First of all is style transfer, which is when you take one image, you take its style and you apply it to another image, or text to image, which is the classic, where you just type in some random sentence and it will just make whatever it thinks looks right. I personally think text to image is a bit more fun, so that's mostly what we're going to be doing in this video. Alright, here we are in Night Cafe Studio, doing some text to image here. Let's do our first one. Lydia says, type lovely picnic with Bob Ross. Alright, let's do it. So basically the way this works is you're just going to type in a text prompt. You can add some modifiers to it. It's pretty neat. You can add all these different art styles, like there is hashtag film. It'll make it a little cinematic. You can make it abstract. That one's pretty neat. Cubist. That one's always a good one to mess around with. We're just going to go with basic. Just basic for now. And so it's going to take a minute. It's got to process. The AI has to, you know, look up images online, cross-reference it and all. And while that's loading, we're gonna make another one. All right, I am gonna title this one 200,000 bees, and we'll do anime, and we'll just see what that makes. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought, so we're just gonna make a bunch of them. I have 6 credits right now. It says up here in this corner right here. And basically the way it works is you need credits to create an image. Now, Night Cafe basically gamifies the system by requiring credits to generate an image. Each new image that you want to make requires one singular credit by default. If you want to enhance the image, you want it to run a little bit longer to get the AI to look through more databases, or you want to make it higher res, you can add more credits, and it'll generate a better image most of the time. Now, how do you get these credits, you may be asking? Well, by default, I believe you start off with between 6 and 10, I can't remember the exact number, and for working through this checklist of items to complete. Things such as tweeting out an image, or liking a certain amount of images on the recents board, or receiving a certain amount of likes on one of your own creations. Or you could use real money to buy credits, which I don't imagine most people do. But maybe I should, because I can't imagine that keeping those servers online is cheap. And while you're waiting for them to load, something you can do is like go and look at ones that other people have uploaded. I typically like them all. Just because if you like a certain amount, you get more credits. So it feeds into itself. The like system is kind of a game in itself. The longer you spend on the website, the more you figure out what kind of themes and titles people typically like in an image. As a matter of fact, the title's half the art. A good image on its own could get a handful of likes, but an image with a funny title, that could make it to the front page. This is the kind of shit it does. Like, you put in a certain name, like Teletubbyland, it will literally generate Teletubbies and what it thinks a Teletubby scene should look like. It's amazing. It's amazing what you can do with AI. Like, look at this. Who would have guessed an AI generated this? All right, let's see what we got. Let's see the progress. Oh, man. Did I literally type the word type picnic with Bob Ross? This turned out really cool, though. This looks like his mountain, but it's like a floating island. This is what 200,000 anime bees look like, according to the AI. Doesn't really look like bees to me, but I see the anime. All right. One hit wonder. Wow, someone liked my image. Amazing. It's crazy, dude. They just incentivize you to just keep making these. So you can probably see why I've been addicted to it. In the process of making this video, I've made like 5 of them. And at this point, I feel like I have the formula down to making a great image. You see, in most of my images, I typically take a main figure, let's say, in this example, Barney. And I usually choose an action for them to be doing. In this case, committing tax fraud. And then it's up to the AI to generate something insane. If the pairing works well, then you get the likes. And if you get the likes, then you get the credits. And since the images usually take a couple minutes to load, I typically generate a bunch of them and then I go do something else. So that way, whenever I come back to the website, there's a whole bunch of crazy things waiting for me here. Honestly, I could make these things all day, but I probably shouldn't, because I got homework to do. But hey, if you want to try this out for yourself, go ahead and go to creator.nightcafe.studio. But just a warning, it is addictive and you will sink way too much time into it. Anyway guys, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button down below and let me know in the comments what your favorite one of my silly AI generated images was. And anyway, I'll see y'all next week. Take care.